Yeah, we are talking over everyone now. Welcome to the Hayworth Music Podcast, guys. Got a special edition episode here. Got my old mate Dan Southern.
Hi.
Sitting here, and he plays in a band called Mixtape For The Drive.
Yes, I do. Barely.
He is Mixtape For The Drive.
But I'm the least talented member.
Yeah, what's that got to do with anything?
Not much, I guess.
Yeah. Was Kurt Cobain talented?
No.
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
He did well for himself.
Pretty good. He set himself up for life.
Absolutely.
His short life. I don't know, yeah. We can talk about Kurt Cobain all day long, but we won't.
Depressing.
Because it'd be sad story. So you've been doing a new album.
We have.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How's it coming along?
Sorry, I should not clear my throat right into the mic.
That was horrible podcast.
New album's coming along good. So we're doing 12 songs with Dave Petrovic at Electric Sun Studios.
Yeah, right. 12,
Yep.
That's like a real album.
Yeah, that was the thing. It was sort of like, we've put out an EP in the past, and
Yeah.
it was good to get music out, but it's sort of, when you've only got 7 songs out, you're doing the same 7 songs every time you play.
Yeah.
People start to get bored of your band and don't want to
Gotta
see you anymore.
keep it fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with these new songs,
You just wanted to have like enough songs that you don't have to play live. Because it's like track 8 off that album really sucked.
That's right. That's exactly
We're going to play
right.
the hits. We're going to play the EP and then 3 songs off this album.
Oh, you should be a band manager. You've always got the best advice.
Yeah, that's it.
There we go again. Sorry. So 12 songs, and so there's more quantity and definitely more quality.
It's a lot of effort. 12 songs.
Yeah.
12 songs. I'm trying to think the last time I actually... Well, I can't remember the last time I physically bought a CD, but an album that had 12 songs on it. It seems like 10 songs or something is like the go-to for albums these days, unless it's like Propaganda or something, and they're like, I'm going to do 17 songs.
Yeah.
They seem to be able to knock it out like every year as well.
That's it.
Yeah.
No, when I was growing up, it was pretty standard to
12
see
was
more than 10.
12 was...
Between 10 and 15 was an album.
That's right, 100%. Yeah.
So-
and normally the back half of it sucked.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm trying to think of an
So
example
have
right
you
now.
stuck to that formula?
Yeah, well...
Tried to make the back half of it really crap.
Yeah, I keep trying to arrange it in a way that the back end doesn't suck, but yeah, there's not enough consistency of good songs. So there's going to be a section.
Chuck them at the back.
Yeah, it's all the back.
Yeah, and then the last song needs to just be a real banger. Just to bring it home.
Bring it home.
Yeah. Needs to go for 7 minutes and then have a 9 minutes of silence.
Dude.
And then a secret track.
It's talking my language.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I would do.
Yeah.
Well,
you could do it.
Well, not really now. It's just recorded, so it costs more money. I don't have any of that.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I'm very broke.
Yeah, that's right. It's all those jobs you're working.
That's why I'm working them.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, there's probably 9 real songs. I'd say they're real songs.
There's fillers in there.
Well,
So
what we did...
It's not all killer, no filler.
I was actually going to call the... It still might happen. I was going to call the album...
You can't call it all killer, no filler. That's been done.
I'm not going to do that, because it's not that. I was going to call it...
All filler, no killer.
No, mostly killer, some filler. I was going to call the album Mostly Killer, Some Filler. And I told the band, and they're like, haha, yeah, that'd be good.
They don't know who Sum 41 is.
Yeah.
So, that's different.
It's
different.
Interesting. I'm like, don't you get it?
Oh, it's a joke. It's a joke.
But yeah, I wanted to call it that.
Well, what's it called?
Well, I don't think we're going to name. I think we're going to call it Do It Yourself. I think might be called that. I don't know. Unless you can suggest something else.
Not that.
Right.
That's not a good name for it.
Let's see if we can come up with a new name.
Yeah.
I'll tell you about some of the songs that you can help us figure it out.
Cool.
But there's 9 sort of real songs that I would say are actual songs.
Yeah.
And then we included 3.5.
Tell me they're not live tracks. You're not filling this thing out with live tracks.
No, we're not.
Yeah,
we're not
okay,
there.
good. Yeah.
I don't think that'd work for us.
Right.
We included 3 songs that are sort of like just, I don't know, joke songs, I guess you'd call them.
Right.
Like they're 30 seconds-ish.
Classic Blink-182.
That's it. Yeah. So I grew up listening to that stuff, and I was like,
I can't sing any of them. They're not appropriate for this podcast. But you all know what I'm talking about.
I'm glad we did get out of the way, because I almost busted in a family reunion right there.
Yeah, I was just... Yeah, so did I.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got, as I said, 9 real songs. Of the 3 joke songs, I mean, I'm doing those in, what are they? Inverted.
Speech marks.
Speech marks with my fingers things.
I work in a music store.
Yeah.
Let's not go with grammar here.
I'm not a grammar expert.
Yeah.
So we've got 3 joke songs, and one of them's called The Hernia Ballad.
Right.
And it's about a hernia.
I remember your hernia.
Yeah.
You used to lay on the floor.
You
in the
remember
shop.
one of them?
Yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah.
That was a good one, though.
Definitely a solid one. I used to lay right over there, actually, sometimes.
Yeah, on the floor.
On the floor.
Yeah.
And I could hear people coming up the stairs, and I said, oh, time to get up.
Time to get up, hernia.
Come on, hernia.
Yeah,
time to get back to work.
Me. Got work to do. Yeah.
So, that's about my hernia.
Just to clear that up, Dan Southern did work here at Hayworth for a long time.
Yeah, I did. I didn't just come in and lay on the floor.
He wasn't like a customer that my hernia's hurting, I better go to Hayworth's and lay on their floor. It's so strange.
Yeah, the thing is,
probably not the strangest thing that's ever happened to you.
No, the thing is, if that's what I would have said, people probably would have just gone, oh yeah,
we should give him a job.
Yeah. So
sure.
there's the hernia ballad, and that one has got great lyrics such as, I'm trying to think of the best line in it. There is a pain in my ball sack. That's one of the lines.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
oh, that's poetry.
That is, yeah.
yeah.
So there's that. There's another one about Han Solo and about how he definitely shot first. You obviously know exactly what I'm talking about.
Dum, 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 dum. I only know the bass line because we do that.
Yeah. So he shot
shoot,
first.
He did shoot first?
He did.
Oh, he was a bad man.
Yeah.
In a good way.
Yeah. Greedo got in his face. And took him out.
That's what you got to do sometimes.
That's it.
It's like Straight Outta Compton, but in a galaxy far, far away.
There's a song about that. Han shot first, and then there's another one where I stopped clearing my throat. I'm really sorry about that.
So annoying.
Yeah, I'm bad at this.
Yeah.
There's another one about how I smoke cigarettes. Probably why I'm.
Why are you doing that?
Okay, that's a good story. I'm going to tell you that story.
Okay.
We got to tour with Unwritten Law, which
Yeah.
are a little band out of San Diego. So
Yeah, they go all right.
Yeah, and I grew up listening to them, love them. All of a sudden, we're on tour with them.
Yeah.
Drum teching for the drummer who I grew up air drumming to.
Yeah.
And when that dude sits down next to you mid-show while Scott Russo's doing an acoustic set and goes, "Hey, bro, you want a cigarette?" I'm like, "Yes, please, I'll have all of them."
And he would have sounded like
Thank
that.
you. He did.
from
He
all
sounded
the
exactly like that.
cigarettes.
He's chugging straight Jim Beam at the time. And he's just...
With the cigarette still in his mouth.
Yeah. Yeah. And we're smoking indoors
Yeah. It's
at the
rock and
Manning
roll.
Bar.
It's rock and roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're just behind the drum kit. He just sits down. He's all
Were
sweaty.
you in that tiny little green room of the Manning Bar that's
No,
side of
we're
stage?
on the stage. He just would get off the drums and sit down next to me.
Sit on the riser or something.
Yeah, we just sit there watching. We're just watching Scott. Scott's singing a song. We're just
Punching darts.
just punching him. Just
Yeah?
behind the drum kit.
Yeah.
You want some Jim Beam? Yes, I do, Wade. Thank you. For
thank
that.
you, sir. I'll have some of that. Can I have some of those cigarettes as well, please?
Yeah. So that was a great time.
Yeah.
And
but then, so he's got you addicted to cigarettes.
yeah, and so there is a song called "I Like to Smoke Cigarettes" on the album, and it's all about that experience. It's how I started smoking on tour with Wade and Scott from Unwritten Law, and now I'm hooked. And my friend Will is an enabler because he would give me free smoke, so I didn't have to buy smokes for about 6 months.
Yeah, right.
But now I'm buying my own packs.
Yeah.
Can I go have one right now? Actually?
No. It's
Can we smoke in here?
It's a slippery slope. Yeah, there's no smoke alarms. It's definitely not it's not above board at all.
Are you required to have smoke alarms? Or?
Shh.
There's one.
Yeah. Now let's get that guy over there that screams when there's smoke. Guy in the corner. Stay in the corner. Yeah, it's my smoke alarm. So let's go back to the beginning.
Right.
How did Mixtape For The Drive come about? How did it start?
It was around 2012, 2013. And
The olden days.
yeah, it actually spun me out because I was going through...
Before Snapchat.
Yeah. I think it was MySpace.
It wasn't.
I think it was. It was the current social media
It's only
at the
like
time.
a couple of years ago.
MySpace?
What are you talking about? What didn't you say?
There was
2012.
Yeah, I'm sure
It's only
MySpace was still going.
2017.
Yeah. Wasn't MySpace
What are
around
you
then?
talking about? No.
When did that stop?
Oh, well, it's technically still going, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. No,
Well,
there's no way.
okay.
No. MySpace was like definitely mid to late 2000s.
Okay. All right, I'm wrong.
It was dead.
I wasn't ever
It was
really
dead
on
in the
it,
water.
so I just assumed.
Okay.
Obviously, I assumed wrong.
I could be wrong, and everyone's listening to this is going, this guy's such an idiot.
Avid MySpace
Yeah.
users
Yeah.
these days.
Yeah.
Still very active.
What did you you had friends? Was it? Was that the MySpace thing? Like how many friends you had?
Yeah, I think so. And
it
everyone
friends
had
or something,
Tom.
or?
You had to
so
have
you had
Tom.
to have Tom.
I don't even know about it because I wasn't really on it.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah. Anyway, I was going through demos in my through my emails, and I found one that was there from 2012. And I think at that point, I'm just trying to go back to the very beginning.
Yeah.
That was kind of where I started writing demos. It was just me on my own, and I was like, all right. I was in a band previous to this where I couldn't get the singers to do what I wanted them to, so I'm going to try and sing the way I want it to sound.
Yeah.
And I'm going to write demos to suit that, and then hopefully I can find people that want to play that music with me. So that's how it all started. It was around 2012.
Just started doing it yourself.
Yeah, doing it myself.
Because you're a drummer.
Yeah.
That's
Well, I'm a
poor
drummer.
technique. But
Yeah, with terrible
yeah.
technique.
Yeah. But you go all right. Go all right on the drums.
I can do it.
Yeah.
I can just do it.
Yeah.
So,
just do
yeah.
it. I can do it.
I'm fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but you had been playing guitar and everything as well.
Yeah,
at that point?
I've put a lot of time into drums and not a lot of time into guitar. But I could play enough guitar to be in a pop punk band.
Okay.
Couldn't be in like a metal band or something.
Yeah.
Like
You're not shredding.
Need to be good. Yeah.
Tapping? Do you do a lot of tapping?
Of the guitar?
Yeah.
No.
A lot.
No, not of that.
No.
Not tap the
Okay.
guitar.
Yeah.
But I figured I can get through writing a few plain kind of guitar riffs,
Yep.
and I can hold a tune when I sing. So I went and got singing lessons and started recording my own demos. That's actually when around that time I came to see you for a recording setup,
Yeah.
and you hooked me up with.
It would have been a massive stitch up.
I think it was a stitch up for you because you told me how easy it was and you showed me how easy it was.
Yeah.
But I couldn't for the life of me figure it out when I got home. In the shop, you're like, you just press this and then you press this and then we're going. And then I got home and set it up. I'm like, there's no sound.
What do I
What's
have to
happening?
press?
Yeah. And I would ring you over and
I
over
forgot
and
what
over.
this is.
Yeah. And the amount of times that you thought you'd fixed the problem and gone, okay, good, you're all good now. And I'm like, yeah, sweet. Half an hour later, calling you back. No, it's doing
It's
this.
still not working. I forgot to press the other thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. You figured it out though.
I did, yeah. So demos has actually been a huge part of Mixtape's journey because I didn't have a band at the time.
Yeah.
All I could do was record a demo, and I would do that, and then I would show someone the demo, and eventually got like a drummer on board and a guitarist and a bass player, all through having these things. But if I didn't have those
With all
demos,
all the songs completed, like this is how they're going to go. I don't want your input. That sort of thing.
yeah, I wasn't as ruthless as that. But I'm not Matt Bragg from Fires Were Started. I'm not at that level.
It's pretty ruthless.
I'm a little bit more polite.
Yeah.
But it was very much based on being able to have those demos. I would say essential. If there was if I didn't have a recording setup, like a home recording setup, I would not, like, Mixtape wouldn't be what it is, because I would have had to try to convince people, like, do you want to come over and try
jam,
and learn
and
this song?
hopefully it
Jam?
sounds good. And
Yeah. And that just doesn't work.
No.
That's terrible. That's never been good.
Yeah,
When you get
getting
people in a
people in
room-
the same room at the same time is never a good idea.
Being around people, being around other musicians is bad.
Well, musicians are horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hate them.
Yeah.
So,
But you got to put up with them when you're in a band.
have to.
Yeah.
You absolutely
it's
have
part,
to.
part of the parcel.
Yeah.
But so you do all the demos and everything, and you recorded the EP all yourself.
Well,
Or were the EP just the demos? You did go and record them all though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the kind of way it happened was that I got these demos done and had at the time it was Tay Plain, Brendan Young, and Steve Jamison. That was where it all started.
Yeah.
And they were kind of the band that was going to do it, but I definitely at the time had this sort of, I don't know, I wanted to record it myself. I wanted that experience.
Yep.
So I went to the Grove Studios.
Okay.
Where a few little Australian bands such as Grinspoon, Eskimo Joe.
Yeah. I think the Vines recorded there as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
The thing was up
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the wall.
Yep.
Delta Goodrum. I slept in the same bed as Delta Goodrum.
It's Delta. You slept with Delta Goodrum.
I didn't sleep with her. I slept in the same bed.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I imagine she was there.
Right, yeah.
So
well, that's exciting.
You'll share this podcast.
Yeah,
and be like,
I'm definitely cutting that bit out. I'm definitely cutting that out. That's the promo. I'll send out the Who Weekly.
Yeah,
exclusive. Good promo for the album, though.
Yeah, go for
Throwing Delta under the bus.
Yeah.
But it's all right.
She's good. She's doing well.
She's doing all right.
She can handle it.
Yeah, she'll be sweet.
So yeah, and, I'm recording this EP. At the time, it was just 4 songs, and as I'm doing the vocal track, the engineer yells through the little talkie button bit.
Yeah, talkie button. Yeah.
Just to let you know, you're singing into the same microphone as what they used for Black Fingernails, Red Wine. I'm like, the same model. He goes, no, the exact same microphone.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So that's kind of cool.
That's cool.
It's an all right song.
Yeah.
That was cool. I guess it was a good experience. But the thing was that it just didn't sound good, and I wasn't happy with it. So we went to Electric Sun Studios after that.
Oh, really? So you scrapped the stuff from the Grove and...
Oh, mate. If I showed you the tracks that we left the Grove with, you would vomit.
Oh, really?
You would vomit on this table.
What? Just the actual sound? The sound of it? Or
yeah, it was... look, I very highly doubt the guy that did it is listening to this, but if you did, I'm sorry to him.
Oh, we've just vomited.
Yeah. But
so I'm angry.
He tracked it well. Like as I recorded everything, he got all the parts and he made all that happen. But as a mixing engineer, he just wasn't
getting what the sound you wanted.
Nah, nowhere near it. And the amount of hours we would spend, I didn't want to do this, but we would pull out songs and stuff that we wanted to sound like. Can you try to make them sound like that?
Yeah.
And he just wouldn't. He tried and couldn't. And we end up utilising all of our revisions.
Yep.
And the studio's emailing us going, you're going to have to start paying for these revisions. And I'm going like, it doesn't sound the way I want it to sound. And they're going, we think it sounds fine. I'm like,
that's not the point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I think the thing was, I give some advice to anyone who's going to go to a studio. He's an engineer. He's like a studio engineer.
Yeah.
That was it. And you're meant to take your own producer there.
Right.
And or you're meant to take your own engineer in general.
Engineer as well. Yeah.
And so I hired the studio and they said, do you have a producer or an engineer? I said, no. And they said, we can supply you with one.
Yeah.
So I said, yeah, no worries.
Yep.
And it just turned, he was, nothing aligned with what he did with what we wanted to sound like. Nothing at all.
Yeah.
And it was a very painful sort of 3 or 4 months because I dropped heaps of money into that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was...
you couldn't use any of it?
No, I mean, I could have, but we would have just sounded like another local band.
Yeah.
And it basically didn't sound like we'd gone to that studio and put that much money in it. That was... the demos I was doing... the boys in the band said they're more happy with the demos.
Yeah. Because I remember hearing demos and the demo with your electric kit and stuff, and it sounded wicked. Yeah, it sounded really good.
Try to get the right sound, and I was always happy listening back to it, but... Yeah, it just was not where we wanted to be, so that killed me. We went and found Dave for Electric Sun, and I said, can you do something with these? We're a pop-punk band, and you do pop-punk. And he grabbed the stems and remixed. He did Heroes. And then I brought Heroes in and showed you, and that was sort of when, once everyone started saying that they liked that was where we went for the rest of it.
Yeah.
So, and then when we were there, we had the dude, Whack from Tonight Alive, who stepped in, and he encouraged us to do a few more. And
he was producing it?
Yeah, he asked to produce it.
Oh, right.
Story about that too.
Yeah.
But he asked to produce it, and we said, yeah, absolutely. And it ended up costing me my GS Mini at the time.
That's only like $900.
Yeah.
That's pretty good for a name producer.
Yeah. It was he did such a good job. We just, when it come time to pay him, we just didn't have any money. And I saw him jamming on that little guitar, and I'm like...
I've seen Tonight Alive videos, where he's playing... That's your GS Mini.
My GS Mini, yeah.
Yeah.
With Wax playing one.
You cry a little bit when you see it. A
little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're so hard to get now as well.
Yeah. And I loved it. I wrote that. It was sentimental value too. I wrote all the mixtape stuff on that, and now I don't have it.
No. And he probably doesn't care about it at all.
No. Probably thought, I want another terrible little guitar because some of my good ones don't get.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, then when he stepped in, he really helped the sound go to a new level, and that's when... So, by that point, James Weston had joined the band.
Yep.
And he'd stepped in, and so did Tay, both of them together on the thing.
Oh, they were in at the same time.
They're around the same time, like when one left, the other one joined.
Okay, yeah.
So
there wasn't a point where they were both playing in the band.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
No. So there was that, and then the last the next 3 tracks is when Jamo did them. So on that EP, I'm doing 3 on the drums. Jamo's doing 3 on the drums. You got Tay doing a ton of backing vocals throughout the whole thing. James on there a bit. Wax on there a bit. Dave's on there a bit. There's heaps of... That was a big project that took about 8 months to sort of get completed because we went through 2 different studios.
Yeah, because you wasted all this time and money on something else.
Yeah, it was a headache. Yeah. So ever since then, we've never not gone with Dave because he's the best at that sound.
Well, he's getting the sound you want.
Exactly.
Don't mess around with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's another thing is like if you're going to go somewhere, find someone that does the sound that you want.
Yeah,
and
don't go somewhere and expect them to be able to do what you want.
So we did a single with Dave last year, a Back to the Future sort of tribute song.
Yep.
Then
that was cool.
Now we're doing the
album. That sounded great.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had heaps of fun with that one.
Yeah. So is that on the album?
No, I think we were going to do it, but we're just...
its own thing.
Yeah, it's just a single.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's good.
So, any Back to the Future fans out there will enjoy that, I think.
It's all right.
Yeah.
So, when the EP comes out, I know like it was pretty well received. The videos for it were great and it got tons of views on the film clips for them. So, how does it end up that you start hitting the road with bands like Unwritten Law and who else have you gone out with?
So there was
Red Jumpsuit Apparatus.
Yeah.
Hawthorne Heights.
Yeah.
How does that? So how do you go from just being this like idiot from here,
laying on the floor
with a hernia,
offending customers, wearing corduroy pants,
and
Captain Corduroy.
To we were just talking about that the other day. So you released the EP, and then how does that come about? How did they hit you up to do this tour?
Once we got the songs out, we just did everything we could to get as many people to hear it, and the film clip was one of them. Hey,
GH,
what's going on? The guy that owns the store is here.
Yeah, I didn't know you're still here.
Still here, man.
Oh, jump on.
Have you started?
Yeah, it's all right.
Sure.
Yeah,
come on in.
So just
not much. Just telling stories about stories.
How far in are you though? Wait, who's far in?
no, we're just talking about the
You're 23
Tour.
minutes in.
It's all good. Yeah.
Nah, it'd be weird if I don't.
No, it isn't. No, now. Get on. So we're talking.
Anyway, Dan, G-Dog here.
Big GH in the house.
I was just in the neighbourhood, and heard the dulcet tones of Dan Southern. But I know that voice, and I just shivered. But then I was like, nah, Dan.
What's he doing in the drum room?
Should I? It's like he's laying down on the floor again with that hernia. We were saying, how does he go from being this guy laying on the floor with a hernia to recording this EP and then ending up on the road with... Who was it? Red Jumpsuit Apparatus and Hawthorne Heights?
Yeah, that was the first tour.
On the same tour?
Yeah.
So how did that come about?
Well, that one was a bit of luck, bit of good fortune on our part. So there was a dude that was looking after us. There was a guy that was managing the band named Steve Sewell, who was the same dude bringing that tour over.
Oh, right, he's a promoter.
And so he needed a main support for the entire tour.
Yeah.
And we just released the thing.
Okay.
And it just made sense for him. And he owed me something from a previous business he worked in. He used to book tours.
Sounds so dodgy.
Yeah. He's all right. But my last band before that had a tour book with him that we had to pull out of.
Right.
And then he's like, he wouldn't give me my money back, and he's like, nah, you have to do the tour. I'm like, I can't do the tour. I haven't got a band. He's like, well, I can't give you money back. I've spent it. So I'm like, well,
classic.
He's like, I'll just give you a tour when you get a new band. So there was a lot of things.
Like, this guy's never getting a band. This guy's never getting a new band.
2 years later, I knock on his door. Got a band now. Yeah. So and then he just called me out one day and said, look, I got Red Jumpsuit and Hawthorne Heights coming over, and you guys need a tour, and you just want to do it. And so we said, yeah. And that was our first tour.
Sick. Yeah.
It was crazy. That was really, really insane experience.
Yeah.
So there was that. That went for about 3 weeks. That was right around Australia, and barely kept my job here at the time.
I kept saying firing.
Yeah, it was unheard of because it was in December, wasn't it? So it was unheard of to get time off as a salesperson in December. And he's like, gee, come on, it's Hawthorne Heights. And I was like, and because I was obviously soft spot for Dan Southern, and I like that sort of music, you know, from back when Dan was playing in TCP. Remember that?
I do. I was hoping we'd bring it up at some point.
Yeah. And,
GH is here now.
Well, that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
But winding back the clock, we had I think Dan Murray. We were talking about Dan Murray on the last podcast.
Yeah.
He left the band, and then we had Alex, and then we had Dan message me on Facebook out of the blue. Didn't really know who Dan Southern was, but he was a customer, and he was like, "Hey, man, Brendan, I'm super keen to join the band. Can we join the band?" And I was like,
"Are you looking to downgrade your drummer by a lot?"
Nah. And
I can't play good, but I'm committed.
And then we had that jam, and it was just good, man. You just put out good vibes and solid drummer, of course, and then we did some gigs together. We went to a bunch of schools together, didn't we? Yeah. Some high schools and that sort of stuff, and then we started doing like just the duo stuff at high schools. We would just do 2 acoustics and go play for the kids, mate, and good fun, eh?
Heaps of fun.
Yeah, had a ball. Yeah. So, and now I'm jealous. He's touring with Unwritten Law.
Yeah, I know.
Dude.
Yeah, punching darts with the drummer.
Yeah. Mate. So there was the first year was Red Jumpsuit and Hawthorne Heights.
Yeah.
And then 1 year later in December was Lagwagon. And
that's right.
There was that blew my mind as well.
Yeah. Hoss is still one of my favourite albums.
Yeah. They played that one night.
So good.
Start to finish.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for the invite.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. You went in Melbourne.
And what about the old Joey Cape?
Man.
On stage, acoustic. One of my favourite Dan Southern stories is my broken toe. If you haven't heard that story...
Oh, hit us up. Hit us up. Tell me.
Sorry.
What happened?
There's just so many stories to Dan Southern. It's like this thing could go on for hours. He's like, let's go see Joey Cape at the Annandale, doing an acoustic set. I was like, all right. I drive up with the van. He's sinking beers, having the time of his life.
Wait,
we go down the front.
I feel like I've lived this before. I'm sure I drove down Southern somewhere once where he sunk beers next to me.
we go up the front. He drags me out the front. We're singing songs, having a great time. He gets up on stage. Dan's like, yes, I'm going to get up on stage.
Stage diving in an acoustic show.
Joey Cape, ready to stage dive. Gets up to stage dive. I'm there ready to catch him. Me and a couple of the big lads up the front. We're like, yeah, we'll catch you. Puts his foot on the foldback right at the front. And I don't know what they're thinking at the Annandale, but they didn't have that thing secured at all.
Yeah, fast and loose.
And it was like It was like that floor had just been freshly polished. That thing slid off. It was like 50 kilos onto my foot. He jumps off. We catch him, and then all of a sudden, I didn't realize it hit my foot until like we put Dan down. You know how something hurts so bad you just don't. It numbs. You just
also, the person that's floating on top of you was a distraction.
I was trying to catch Dan at the same time. He's knocked this 50 kilo foldback on the corner of it, hits the end of my second biggest toe, and it's just crushed it. I said to Dan, my toe's broken, man. It's broken. And he's like, nah, you'll be right. I was like, it's broken. I walk up the back. He wouldn't come up the back. He's just getting into it. And then he finally comes up. We go into this other room, take my shoe off. And
blood?
No blood, but I was moving the end of it, but it was making like a squeaking sound. It was like, and he goes,
squeaky toes the worst.
And I could wiggle it by myself because it was just the end of my toe that was broken.
Yeah.
And he said this to me. He goes, can you move it? Yeah, look, you can move it. My dad always said if you can move it, it's not broken.
Great advice. That's great advice.
I said to him, Dan, I've broken my arm before, I've broken my leg before. It's broken, mate.
Yeah.
We go
get in the van.
All the beers are saying.
Get in the van.
It made a lot of sense to me.
First of all, then he's like 8 beers deep, so he's like, I can't drive, so I have to get in this manual, just try and drive all the way home from Sydney in pain. Oh, it's the worst. And then he had some hectic hernia medication, some painkillers. So we go back to his place,
just like,
and he goes,
it's the running theme.
And he goes, I've got some, really strong pain medication. Here you go, take this. So I got home. Amber was away at a school camp or something because she's a teacher, and I literally cried myself to sleep with this medications. Like, oh, my leg hurts. Like, it hurts so bad because we dropped in the RPA on the way home and they couldn't do anything. They just like, we waited in the waiting room for hours anyway.
Yeah, it was a big no.
People are in there.
You're not the only person to cry themselves to sleep thinking about Dan Southern.
There you go. There you go.
Broken a lot of hearts, you know what I mean? Not happy about it.
What do you do?
Did get an X-ray, by the way, and it was just shattered. They're like, you can't even. There's nothing you can do. The toe's
did
shattered.
Southern do this?
Yeah.
Tell me the X-ray. I've seen this before.
It's still something that I know Gavin said it to you before. Dan Southern is just the name that comes up in conversation just in the shop still because it's just there's always some story that he's related to somehow. Amber and I still laugh about the fact he came back to our place after one of our Christmas parties and he was like passed out on my kitchen floor and I was trying to I was just chilling out in the lounge, just wanted to chill out, and I just hear this breathing. It wasn't snoring, but it was just heavy breathing. It was just like
sound of someone about to die.
And I just said, "Hey Dan, shh." And he's like, "What?" I'm like, "You're breathing too loud." He's like,
"Stop breathing so much."
He goes, "I'm just trying to breathe like a human."
I don't know. No one ever showed me how to do it.
Anyway, that's enough Dan Southern stories. I could talk for hours about it.
Oh, we went to Story of the Year at the Metro.
Speaking of stories,
and we drive all the way up there. Dan Southern pounding beers next to me. Get there, park in the car park, Bentleigh Metro, and he's like, "Oh, I don't have tickets, hey." It's like,
no tickets?
What do you mean? "Oh, I don't have any tickets for this."
Yeah.
Why are we here? Why are we here if we don't have tickets? How are we going to get in?
Would have been raging.
No, it'll be all right. Christian from AMS said we'd be on the door. I'm like, we're here. We're already here. You're only telling this. You're telling me this now.
Yeah.
And then
you get in.
We got in.
Yeah, but we got up to the door to go. That's cool. Oh, you're on there? All right, sweet. We just need your ID. Oh, I don't have my wallet.
Yeah, that was it.
Doesn't have any ID on it.
Yeah, you're on the door. Just need your wallet so we can prove that you are.
Oh, yeah, I don't have my wallet either. It's like classic Dan Southern. That's it, Dan Southern move. Did get in, though. They thought of everything, those people. What do they have to do? Prove that...
I think I got on Facebook or something.
They just get on Facebook and show us that you know him and that you're friends or whatever. I don't know. I don't think they cared that much at the end of the day.
Story of the year.
Yeah.
Better band than we are.
So you go Red Jumpsuit, Hawthorne Heights, Lagwagon, Unwritten Law, and then Hawthorne Heights again?
We did Unwritten Law twice.
You did Unwritten Law twice?
Yeah. And with I just want to mention with the Lagwagon thing, that happened because I just sent Joey a message.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, and I actually played drums with him once, randomly, and sent him a video of that and said, "Do you remember when I played drums with you?"
Do you remember me?
Yeah. He goes back to me, I broke that guy's toe.
Yeah. And he's like, "No, I didn't remember that, but I do now. Thanks for sharing that with me." And I'm like, "Cool. Just heard that you're going to tour in Australia in a few months. Do you reckon we can be on that?" And he comes back and goes, "Yes, you can."
There you go.
That's literally exactly what happened.
Like, is it that no one's ever attempted to do that?
That's what I mean. I'm like, how the hell did that work? I remember when I lived next
that
door.
That can't be real. Oh, wait, it's Dan Southern.
Yeah.
You would have just been like, yes! I'm telling everyone. So I would have been waiting for that in writing.
Yeah. I lived in the warehouse next door, as you both know. And I'm cooking some sort of
homeless meal,
bachelor homeless meal of some kind, heating something up in a microwave.
Beans in a can,
pizza
over a barrel of fire,
some sort of pizza that should be cooked in an oven. Cooking in the microwave. And I remember just seeing my phone light up as normal and just going, "Here's that," and sort of looking back at it, and it says Joey Cape, and there's a reply, and I'm like, "Okay," and he said, "Yes, you can be on the tour." It was, could not believe it.
And they came through.
Yeah.
What a bunch of mad dogs.
I know. And like Blue Murder, the touring company, they hit me up a couple weeks later because I hadn't heard anything from them yet. And I'm sending them, he goes, just tell Chris that we said you can do it.
Yeah.
I'll send him a message too. And so I'm hounding this Chris guy. No reply from him. So I was really freaking out. He finally got back to me and said, "Sorry, I'm in Hawaii. But yes, Lagwagon."
Sorry, I'm rich.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what he meant to say.
Yeah. And he said, "Yes, Lagwagon they want you on the tour."
That's wicked.
I know. I've said this.
Have you tried this now with like every other band that tours Australia? It's just hit up the singer and be like, "Oh, Joey said this was cool."
Work for Joey.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there was that. We scored Unwritten Law at the same time. That we had 5 shows with them at that tour, and then a year later, so just last year, our booking agent, who how did it happen? They announced the tour. They said we'll come back to Australia.
Yeah.
He goes, cool. Sends an email through. They get back to him going, yeah, is Mixtape free to do the whole tour?
Oh,
and he contacts us and says, do you want to do the whole Unwritten Law tour? And we said, yes, please.
Yeah, okay.
And so we got that one as well.
Yeah, double the money.
Yeah. Actually, we did get good money in that one.
Yeah?
Yeah. It was good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it paid for itself, that one.
Oh, wicked.
Yeah. So
ended up in the red.
Yeah.
What's it like? So as a touring band, so for our listeners and that, so you do one of these tours. So most of the time you're breaking even, or or you got to chip in your own money, that sort of thing. Like that's what's happening with these tours.
Well, I guess it all comes down to how many people you can pull to the shows. And,
how successful the tour is.
Does it work on a door thing, does it? Like how many tickets they sell? Or?
No, I mean, I think our experience anyway, I don't know if it's always like this, but say for us, the first tour, it was pretty much assumed that we were not a big part of the entire package, even though we had a great spot in the night. There was 2 bands opening, and then us, and then Hawthorne Heights and Jumpsuit, and so we had a full crowd every single night.
Yeah.
So there was that, but we got paid $100 a night that night.
Yeah.
And we made about $1,000 over that entire tour that cost about $12,000 to do.
Yeah.
So there was that. We couldn't really do anything about it. We just were like, well.
So you're saying the tour cost $12,000 and you only got $1,000 from.
It cost us $12,000.
That's a loss of $11,000.
It cost we had to chuck in money each to do it, and then it cost more than what we thought. Plus, when you factor in that we had to pay for merch and that, so once we did the merch, that did cover some of it.
Can't you just pay for some of it in passion?
Oh, if you could, that'd be great.
Hugs and kisses.
Yeah, but I'm passionate.
That's why you do it though, for the love of it, right? And this is an opportunity of a lifetime to tour with your favourite bands. And,
yeah. Well, I mean, there was that. Like, obviously, you can't keep going like that if you're constantly putting money in. But for us, we've been really fortunate because the first tour we lost out. Second tour we lost out not as much.
Yeah.
Third tour we broke even. So I'm really hoping that from here on, like we actually
you might make $100.
Might start to make something.
How's that?
So I mean, it's. I think as you get bigger as a band and more well known and stuff, you can sort of do a different deal with the people and say, look, this is what we play for.
Yeah.
Here's what we play for, and if they think you're worth that, they'll pay you.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you, the opportunity to play is worth putting the money in. I think.
What's the hardest part, do you think, about being on the road or just playing in a band that's doing original music?
I think it's hard being in Australia, I would say.
Yeah.
Like, I listen to a lot of podcasts too of bands in America, and I hear so many stories of bands that start and then in a very small amount of time they've got a big fan base. And
they can get on the road so easy and tour.
Yeah. And so from here, like even when the biggest bands in the world come to Australia, they do 5-6 shows.
Yep. Well, that's all you can do, really.
That's it. Yeah. Frenzal Rhomb's probably the biggest Australian punk band.
Yeah.
And they probably do about 30 shows a year, if that, in Australia.
Yeah.
And that's like, to me, the best case scenario of what you can do in Australia.
Yep.
And if you're not as big as them or as well known as them, you've got no chance of doing well on that amount of shows.
Yeah.
But I'd say being in Australia is the hardest part because the amount of people, the amount of shows you can play. And for some reason in America and different parts of the world, people are just more into music. From what I can see anyway.
The population's so much bigger that you can have, like, even the smallest scene is still so much bigger than what a scene would be here.
Yeah.
You've got 350 million people.
Yeah.
There's more people in Los Angeles than there are in Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's it. And, like, I'm seeing bands constantly announce tours of 40 dates or something like this, consistently playing, and then they go to Europe and they come to Australia.
Well, look at our mates in Hockey Dad.
Killing it.
Yeah, killing it. They go like, we're going to do a US tour, and it's like 50 dates. Yeah.
And is it any surprise? Like, they start getting pretty well known straight over there.
Yeah.
Like, they do well over here too, but
But that's where you can go and play every night somewhere different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's things like Warped Tour and stuff that's over there, and heaps of festivals. And
is that a goal? Is to take the band overseas and base yourself there?
100%. We were actually meant to do that last year. We had an American tour booked,
right?
And we had a booking agent over there that was hooking it all up, and everything was lining up. And then we got the Unwritten Law tour, and it was just like, well, one or the other. We either say no to this and go to America. We can't do both. So we chose Unwritten Law because we were going to be main support for that. And so, there was that. And then this year we were meant to do it again, but I just said we needed to do an album. Yeah. So I think next year now
you can't, it's a good call, though. You can't really just keep flogging that old horse.
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard. Like, at the time, I really thought those songs were good.
It's a great horse.
I thought it was.
It's really, really good.
But,
when did that come out? It's a couple of years old now, isn't it?
Yeah, 2014 that came out.
Yeah. So you're due for
definitely, man.
Due for some new material.
Yeah, and any band I see that's doing well has got something that we haven't got, which is putting out music consistently.
Yeah. You're almost starting to see, I've found the music industry seems to be going back to these the days of you can release like 2 albums in a year, or an album and then an EP, and it's just like because no one pays for music anymore. Yeah, you just have to have constant material coming out, so that you can stay on the road and keep playing, and people keep turning up. So there's something new to listen to now. Where it was always you'd release something 3-4 years later, release something else. Now it's like 6 months seems to go by, and it's like, oh, they've got a new EP out, or a mini album, or this or that, or whatever. Last one it's crazy. Yeah, still haven't got to that one. What are you doing? Calm down.
It's just like it's the world we live in now, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's like you want to go on Instagram or Facebook and see something new, something fresh, and it's just that nanosecond culture, isn't it? You just want to hear a new song.
It does seem to, especially when you're like right into something, you're just like, damn, these people release something new now.
Well, singles seem to be so much bigger now, don't they? Like single releases, just do one song, and then you can compile the album. But just so
I always have that devastating experience on Spotify when you see someone's released something new, and then you go, oh, this is going to be an album? And it's a single.
It's a single! Happened the other day.
Stitch up.
Who was it? I think it was Frank Ocean.
Yeah, single. Although I did it the other day with Polish Club, and they'd actually was like a whole EP they'd released, which was great. Wicked.
What a good feeling.
Yeah, it was great.
I know the feeling you're talking about. You're like, oh, what is it?
What's it going to be? Oh, it's a single. Oh, no. We should talk some gear before we play one of these songs off the new album.
Yep.
Has this song been played anywhere else yet?
No, this is exclusive.
Exclusive debut.
Hey.
That's all right. But before we get to that, gear.
Yep.
When you're going on tour, you're going to go play. What's your rig? What are you using?
So I use my guitar is a T guitar.
Yeah, I got one of them.
You got one of them?
Yep.
Have you guys talked about T guitars on this?
We've spoken about it a little bit. Yeah.
You gonna have Andy on?
Yeah, I got to hit Tom up. Yeah. Get him in for sure.
Awesome. So for me, I don't really care about guitars at all. And his really struck my eye, and I was like, if his guitars made an impression on me, I should get it, because I don't really care about guitars otherwise. Yeah. So I do really like it. I don't mean to make it sound like I don't, but because I'm a drummer, I was like, I'll just get whatever guitar. Which one looks cool? Yeah. And his look really cool.
They do look cool.
And then I started playing them, and it turns out they sound really cool as well. Yeah. So I asked him to build me one, and he did, and he put the band's logo on the back, and it was the wrong logo.
How did that happen? How did he end up with the wrong logo?
Yeah.
Someone sent him the wrong logo.
The wrong logo.
Yeah. It turns out I need to focus more on what I'm doing.
Right. So
and I sent him. He said, "Can you send me the band's logo so I can put it on the guitar?" And I said, "Sure." I'm like, I don't have that anywhere, but I did get it sent to me once in an email. So I'll just search.
It's actually a Guns N' Roses logo.
What sort of logo? What did it say? Mixtape for the Drive? Or
no, it's just how it's this weird thing. It's just an M, and it's sort of a MFTD thing. Yeah. But what happened was, I'm like, I'll just search for it in my inbox, and I found it. But it was like draft 2 of 4.
That's it. I'm not going to open the attachment. I'll send this one on. Get him to put it on my guitar forever.
But here's the thing, right? I did it twice. So there was that. There was that with the guitar.
To the wrong one.
I did it with the guitar, and then we got merch done. And they go, can you send us the logo? No worries.
Yeah. Draft 2.
I'm like, it's the thing I sent to Andy. There you go. Did the same thing to us. So we've got shirts with the bogus logo, and I've got one on my guitar as well. Great. So yeah, anyway, back to gear. I've got two T guitars, and I love them. Like, I really,
you got two, do you?
Yeah, I got a white and blue one and a green and black one.
Cool.
They're awesome. You should definitely check them out. And then I use a Mesa single rectifier. Mesa quad.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's chunky.
Yeah,
I was using a Vox AC15C2.
Yeah, Mesa's a lot different.
Yeah, it was because I wanted to be Tom DeLonge basically.
Right.
And he uses one of them, so I thought if I use one of them, I'll be like Tom DeLonge.
Tom DeLonge's going to be on Joe Rogan on Thursday.
Awesome.
Yeah, how's that?
Worlds colliding. That's mad.
What pedal were you using with the Vox amp?
Yeah, I was going to say,
like a Vox AC15.
Go from a Vox to a Mesa. Like, what were you doing to the Vox?
I tried the Tube Screamer. It was all right.
Yeah.
It was okay. I then grabbed the I'm a bit out of touch with models of things. Electro Harmonics. Green Mile? No, what is it?
Green River
Drive?
Green River Drive.
Yeah, whatever that is.
Yeah. Green Mile is a Stephen King book that was turned into quite a famous movie with Tom Hanks.
The guy
I'm trying to take it back, Balls. I couldn't take it back.
I'm dog-tired, Balls. Dog-tired.
Hectic movie, by the way.
It's a great movie, but heaps better than the pedal.
Make sure you see that movie.
Yeah, Spielberg really needs help.
There you go.
So I was using that Green River Drive, Electro Harmonics, green one, that one. It sounded pretty good, but it was not chunky. Yeah. I wanted some chunk, Campbell's chunky in my tone.
Yeah. And then you went to the Mesa because you wanted the Mesa.
Does the job.
Yeah. No, I don't even use an overdrive pedal or anything. Just straight in.
Yeah. You don't need to.
No.
Easy.
You don't need to. Well, Newfound Glory, you've always used Messes and stuff.
It's it's massive on the Warp Tours and that, isn't it? Mesa, you see the dual Rex and that.
We were talking a few episodes ago that it's not seen as many people representing the Mesa.
No, not as much. But
you just don't see it.
When
you go see bands play, you just don't see Messes that often.
I see a lot of orange.
Yeah. We were saying that. I see heaps of orange. Yeah.
Well, I used to have the dual rec, and then I had the stiletto. Remember the stiletto head?
Yeah, the one I broke.
You broke, remember?
I broke your toe, broke your amp.
Yeah.
He kicked the fold back onto it.
Trying to jump off it or something.
Yeah.
Nah, good amps, good gear.
How good. Yeah. All right, this has been good.
What about drum kits, though, by the way? What are you playing drum kit-wise?
Drum kits. I play Pearl Reference.
Yes.
Yeah, the multicoloured jelly bean.
Multicoloured kit. Yeah, it's like each tom was a different colour.
Yeah.
So
only you would order something like that.
So me and Bezo that sorted it out for you when you
I remember it
ordering
specifically because I didn't know any. I still don't, by the way. I don't mean to make it sound like I do, but I didn't know anything at the time about what I should get.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what drum kit should I get that's going to sound good recorded and sound good live? And you go, Pearl Reference.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
That was it. You could have said DXP.
Shut up and take my money.
Yeah.
Customer ever. But then you came back and were like, I want it to be all different colours. I'm like, I'm not. No. I think then Dan ended up doing it for you. So just like, oh, no, I'm not. That's ridiculous.
when he put the order through. Because I went through all the finishes.
They ring up. You've made a massive mistake here.
Yeah, we got the order for the kit, but you've included different finishes in each drum, so you've obviously messed up.
Yeah,
He's going, no, that's.
Can I just send a photo through of the guy ordering it?
Yeah. Here's a photo of him laying on the ground.
It's like, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, sir.
Here's a list of things he's done lately.
Yeah.
Broken a toe.
Yeah.
Passed out on the kitchen floor.
There's a couple things.
That's a massive hernia.
I wanted to go into just one thing quickly. If we're here listing some of my greatest achievements, I think one of the biggest ones is the Coronado song that we did here at Hayworth.
It is a classic.
Yeah.
It is a classic.
Yeah. Coronado.
It's on our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
It's on our YouTube channel. You go there and you find that it's
I can't remember
what it's actually called, but if you just look up Fender Coronado on YouTube,
it's a takeoff of the Canyonero Simpsons song.
And it is so good. It's probably
that's the best thing I've ever done in my life.
It could be the pinnacle of social media experience at Hayworth.
I think it is. The film clip to boot.
It had a full film clip as well. I think we whipped the song and the video up in maybe 20 minutes.
Yeah. And there's you I'm going Coronado, and you're in the background going, yeah!
We put the whip in. yeah.
Actually, that's all I wanted to talk about today.
Yeah, you should check that out 100%.
Yes,
yeah,
definitely.
for sure. All right, well, we're going to play this song.
Awesome.
Wayne and Southern.
Do you want to introduce it, Dan?
Yeah, actually, why not? It's
we'll say our byes first. We'll say bye, and then we're going to play the song for you to wrap the podcast up. So thanks for listening to Hayworth Music Podcast. Thank you, Dan Southern.
Pleasure.
When's the album out?
When a label signs us and releases
so
it. So
maybe
probably
the album will never come out. But it is recorded, so they've sunk all the money in.
Yeah.
Just wait to reap all the benefits.
Now we play the waiting game.
Yeah. So it'll come out at some point, though.
Yeah. We're hoping probably within the next 3 or 4 months.
Okay.
But, we're definitely going to shop it for a while.
Okay, cool.
Any prospective label owners out there?
Well, they might listen. They might listen to the single and then, should just message Joey from Lagwagon, see if his record label's keen.
Joey, it's me again.
Oi, Joey, hook us up with your label. Okay.
What about a shout out to Jeb Taylor, Music Farmers? Have you been in touch with him? He's doing good things with Hockey Dad.
Yeah.
He should have. Should have. Something else.
If he likes Hockey Day, he probably won't like us.
Well, it's a different style of music, but
music's music, mate.
He's been a tour manager for a lot of different bands.
Music. It's business. It's business.
That's it. It's all business.
Yeah.
But yeah, review. Give us a review on the podcast, guys.
That's it.
And subscribe, share, do all that sort of stuff.
All that sort of stuff.
And thanks for listening.
HayworthGuitars.com.au, HayworthDrumRoom.com.au.
Yes.
Get into it. What's this song called? You introduce it.
Okay. This is called Show Me What You Got. And I don't know what you guys feel about all those
edgy title.
All those
sexy
talent shows that are out there.
I love them. Yeah, they're great.
Yeah. I actually watch them.
Yeah, they're really good.
A lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not. Is it a negative thing about them?
All for them, I guess.
But
look,
they're the best television.
I'm sure there's
ever.
some positives to it. Yeah. I'm sure they create a lot of jobs in the industry and stuff. But for me personally,
it's probably the best thing that ever happened in the industry.
for me personally, I'm more inclined to be in an originals band and not go and sing 30-second renditions.
That's why you're not making money.
That's it. That's exactly it.
Money's in covers, folks.
Yeah.
Money's in covers.
So the song's about that. It's about sort of kids getting sucked into the talent show vacuum.
Yeah.
Sucking their souls out of their bodies.
Private jets.
And it's a bit... I don't like those shows-ish.
So
It's going to be a real downer of an album.
A little bit.
All right, Mixtape For The Drive.
Mixtape For The Drive.
Check them out. You can check it out iTunes.
Lachlan Wood is in our band. I haven't mentioned him at all. Lachlan Wood. He'd get annoyed if I didn't say his name.
Is that the guy with the face?
Righto.
He's got a face.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lachlan Wood.
You can check out Mixtape For The Drive on Spotify and iTunes and all those places as well, can't you? Yep.
That's right, yeah.
We're everywhere, man.
Get on
Everywhere, baby.
Make sure you check it out. Back to the Future song is wicked.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
Thanks.
check that out.
All right. The movie's good too.
Yeah, the movie goes all right. Spielberg just barrel load.
Nailed it.
All right, cool. Thanks, guys. Laters.
Bye.
This is the new way to be a struggling musician, to be on television, come sing in front of the nation. All you gotta do is sign up. You'll need a flawless image, and don't you mess it up. They've got criteria for you to satisfy. Impress the judges or you can say goodbye. Don't get me wrong, I think they make a love song.